Hello, welcome to another one of our videos, and today we're looking at a quick one that looks at the activation of lower trapezius. I've done a lot of videos before about serratus anterior and various other parts of the shoulder, but not specifically lower trapezius. So this is quite a simple drill, but actually very difficult to do. So let's have a quick look at it and then we'll break it down. So all you got to do is just sit in this crouched over position and then slide the hand up, and I'll just take that back a bit. So once the purpose of doing this is to basically get the scapula to go into its upward rotation. Alright, so it's usually very difficult to do, or most people have no idea what I'm talking about when I say that, but basically we're trying to get the upward rotation of the scapula. Now this is where the lower trapezius part comes into it, because just prior to me lifting the arm, what I really need to try and do, and I do a better job of it on this arm than the other arm, is to do that bit there. If I again just take it back a little bit for you. So right before I lift the arm, I need to try and engage my scapula so that it doesn't move in this direction, but has a posterior tilt where it's getting pulled back this way, so that it tilts down, so that then my arm can lift up. So if we just play it, so then I can get into that position there. So I needed two things for that to happen. I needed firstly I needed my scapula to pull back, and also for it to have an external rotation, so I've got space there so I don't get crowded at the top there. Now this is the side that I'm a lot better at, and you'll see in a minute when I do the left hand how I really struggle. So we'll watch another example of this. So I just slide it along the ground till I get to the point where my elbow can't extend. Now I've got to try and engage that scapula, and I'll do a better job on this rep here. And you can see how my elbow is quite straight on this side. When you see the left hand, you'll see how I have a little bit of an issue with my left scapula. It's sort of getting caught, so I don't quite have the strength that I do on this side. So as I'm rolling forward, so right about here is where I've got to engage it, and it just can't quite seem to get the same range. So you can see my elbow's bent, where on the other one I was able to get like a straight arm because I had a better position of it being able to pull down. So I had more space, more or less, up around the top of the shoulder there, and basically it was really being driven by the strength of the lower trapezius, which is down around that region. Alright, so you'll see me try another go. I'm equally as bad on the second go as the first go, but it's a great drill. You can't really injure yourself from this or create problems. It's just a little bit frustrating trying to get the awareness and the strength back into it. And there's other exercises which I'll have in another video that you can do to try and assist this. But also it's important to remember, which I've spoken about many times in other videos, that the strength of this is not like really driven by itself. It really is working with the serratus anterior and the upper trapezius. This is just one way you can basically isolate it, but it's difficult to say that it's the only thing. It's just one part of the puzzle. But for people who are struggling in a specific sort of action, this may be one drill that you could use that may enable them to gain some control and get some strength back into that region and work better on other exercises. So yeah, so we'll have a look at a few of the other ones in a few of the other videos to come, but I thought this would be an interesting one because it's great as a test. I use it like an assessment because you can clearly see a difference with the left and the right. So if you're not quite sure, then you can be a little bit more certain that what's going on with this exercise. Alright, so I hope you enjoy that, and see you on the next one.